It's
amazing.
nice, isn't it? So you're watching television, or listen, you're texting nonstop. So in this day and age, you're watching TV, you with a remote, or you're texting,
And you're feeling great.
But it's the same position.
Yeah.
I mean, and listen, men tend to be taller, larger. I mean, Chris is a big guy, and listen, having room makes a huge difference. I stayed at a hotel. All right, I'm going to tell you a quick story.
You can tell me a quick or short or large story which feels amazing, so I can stay here the whole day.
You are a sweetheart, and thank you for saying that. Here's my quick story, because it's an answer to a question and please enjoy the Kangapoda cocktail. So it's one morning. I had already filed my first patent for a canopy that can expand. And I filed it. My problem was the tight covers were forcing me to point my toes, and it was bringing about, even now I hate pointing my toes, to be honest. Even when I was a very good athlete, I used to really hate pointing my toes. It was never my thing. And it would bring about a calf cramp for me.
Oh, wow.
And so I sat there. So my start wasn't, neuropathy from gout and diabetes or arthritic toes, or my start was, when I'm pointing my toes, I was engendering calf cramps. And I said, I can't be the only one, and we're using the bed differently today. We're on our backs much more. We don't just go into bed and roll over and go to sleep. We're watching TV, we're surfing the web, we're like this. And the feet point up. Okay, so I created, because of my need, I created a canopy top sheet, but we needed a name. And it was early one morning, and I like studying former entrepreneurs. Let's learn from what others have done before us. And one of my heroes, if you will, funny enough, is Sarah Blakely. She's the founder of Spanx.
Oh.
And so her original product, which she patented, was pantyhose without the feet. And she did it so she could wear sandals, not show the pantyhose, but have a little shaping still. And boy, she's done unbelievably well, and good for her. But I'm a very early person. It's 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and I'm reading about Sarah Blakely, and she's talking about how she came up with the name Spanx. And apparently Sarah used to even do, she was a fax salesperson, so like fax machines, and she even did some stand-up. And so I'm just reading it. She talked about how people like the K sound. And no, she did not mention the Kardashians, but she did mention, Kodak and Coca-Cola and Canon and some big brand names with the K sound.
Like Chris with the K?
Yeah. And so I sat there early that morning. And by the way, she founded Spanx, and Tush and Spank, I guess. But she changed it originally. She changed it from KS to X because she thought it would be easier to trademark. She was very, very, very clever and smart. But there I am early in the morning, and I'm reading this, and I said, I like the K sound. And early in the morning again, it's quiet. I'm like, what starts with K? Oh, kangaroo. Wait a minute, a marsupial, and it has a pouch.
Yeah.
And our canopy is like, it's a pouch, really. Kanga, huh? And then I started Kanga sheet, Kanga this. I started playing around with a lot of things. And ultimately, in Latin, poda means those with feet.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, by the way, a foot doctor is called a podiatrist. So there was a moment, Kangapoda, and I said, no, Coca-Cola Kangapoda. And that's
Wow.
how I came up with it. And,
Makes a lot of sense now.
and
It's a smart choice, man.
thanks, babe. And I'm so
I
glad
need to get one of these ones, by the way.
we're going to work it out. You know it. You know it. It's got a great smile to it.
Oh yeah, he
Um,
looks good in camera.
Thank you so much. And if you'll end with me, Chris, give a little thumbs up for Feet Up.
Thumbs up and feet up.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Have a great 2025. Peace and love.